Hello, folks. Amanda Coulong here, live from New Media Expo, and I am sitting here with good friend Mark Horvath of InvisiblePeople.tv. How are you?
I'm great. I actually snuck in here for a hug, and she made me sit down.
It worked. He's here. So, what's the latest with Invisible People?
Well, this is going to be a big year, 2013. We just got back working with the City of London, homeless charities in London, which was really amazing. Christmas Eve, I don't know if you saw, we, thanks to Shannon, who was with Richard Branson Shoes, and we did a little event feeding homeless people and giving them gift bags with Richard Branson shoes. So that's kicking off the year. But in 2013, the movie, I don't know if you,
Tell everybody.
Yeah, a production crew that, does PBS, HBO stuff, followed me about 2 years ago. And that movie is actually going to come out this year with a big outreach campaign throughout the United States that is really going to make this year the biggest ever.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot about Invisible People, but why don't you fill in everyone about kind of where you've been and where you're going with this, like what the mission is?
Well, Invisible People, in this context, here we're at a New Media Expo. It uses today's social technology, because it's always changing, to fight homelessness and poverty. Mm-hmm. Basically, we believe that we make everybody known that if you know Jim and Sue and the person at the exit ramp or that person holding the cardboard sign, that it's nearly impossible to walk on by now that you know their stories, because we ignore these people, hence Invisible People. Mm-hmm. And homelessness is increasing, and the government and nonprofits have done a horrible job educating the general public about homelessness, because one, we can end homelessness. Two, that person on the street,
they're a real person.
Well, they're a real person, but your taxpayer money is paying to keep them on the streets. Google $1 Million Murray by Malcolm Gladwell. We paid $1 million to keep Murray out on the streets. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of new housing strategies and that we need to implement and get these people off the streets to save lives first and save money second. Mm-hmm. And it needs to happen sooner than later.
Yeah. And your story is a unique one as well, because you know what it's like.
Well, many years ago, I had a job in the television industry, great successful job. In fact, I used to come. The big one for us was NAB. Yeah. Do you guys do NAB?
Once in a while.
Yeah, this National Association of Broadcasters. So that's the big, we'd all come here. So Vegas always reminds me of those old memories. But I ended up homeless on Hollywood Boulevard. And then I rebuilt my life back to a new house and a new car and success on the horizon, and the economy tanked. Lost everything again and went and started Invisible People. So I'm proof. If you saw me on the streets of Hollywood, you would have crossed the street. You would have said, this guy is too wasted, too far gone, too scary. And so I'm living proof that people can change.
Everyone can change. Yeah. For the better. And then they come in for hugs, and then they sit down for interviews, and then they have movies coming out. I mean, it's amazing. Look at how people can change. So if people want to follow the movie, where do they go? Just InvisiblePeople.tv for updates? Yeah,
my main Twitter is @HardlyNormal. That's me rambling throughout the day. That's more of a real-time feed. At Invisible People, I call Hardly Normal Light, which is is just 1 or 2 blasts a day on the homeless topic itself. So.
Well, thank you for stopping in for a hug and for letting everyone know all the amazing things that you're doing.
My honor.
Because it's amazing to me when people can use these new media tools for good. Lots and lots of good and change. So